whatever. I'm gonna move this over. Maybe if I move this here. Hold on. Changing stuff around. All right, I think we're live. I think we're good. Okay. This is what the setup is going to be tonight. And this one is so much darker. I'm going to try to turn this on really quick. I cannot really see anything. This stuff, I'm gonna say it anyway, because a lot of my clients are coming to me and they're like, I got an attorney, and the attorney is saying things that doesn't quite sit well, it doesn't quite make sense, and they are actually sending me stuff that their attorneys have sent to them. This is like normal clients, right? And they have spent thousands of dollars on attorney fees, and the attorney is not giving them any level of output. And a lot of other attorneys are like, listen, I'm not even going to take your case because you have not been fired. So attorneys are literally waiting, not every attorney, but a lot of my clients' attorneys are waiting for them to be terminated to even look at their case, for them to even take their case. I'm talking about them not going to 1, 2, or 3 attorneys. They're going to multiple attorneys and they're all saying the same thing. And so they come to me like, Noelle, what do I do? So I am literally helping my clients to navigate a PIP. I had somebody come to me on a PIP, and I don't brag, like I don't talk a lot about, things that I'm dealing with the clients and so forth. But I had people come to me on a PIP, literally a week and a half away from being walked out the door. They work with me in 72 hours. I turn it around. I give them a document. They present it. They have been taken off the PIP after one session of working with me. That is not an exaggeration. That is just the real facts of the scenario and the facts of the case. It's just what it is. It's what I do. So I get in there and I navigate. I have other attorneys or other employees other clients who have attorneys. Gosh, I tell you, it's hot in here. It's hot. I got other clients who got attorneys, and they send my work product to their attorneys and with ideas such as, have you considered A? Have you considered B? What about C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K? Because that's what I'm telling them. And their attorney's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let me revise the documents, and let me charge you another couple of $1,000s for my time revising the documents, even though they taken Noelle's work product. So all I'm saying is this. Not all attorneys are great attorneys. That's not a ding on attorneys, but I have my own experience with attorneys myself, right? But not all attorneys are great attorneys. You got to just make sure that just because you have hired somebody who has the label, I'm an attorney, doesn't mean that they damn good at their job, and it doesn't mean that they're going to protect you, and it doesn't mean that they're going to get you what you are entitled to and what you deserve to save your job in the workplace. Like, it doesn't mean they're going to do that. So don't think that just because you have passed your case on to an attorney, you've retained an attorney, that things are automatically going to suddenly change. That is unfortunately not the truth of the matter. And I didn't want to say it plainly, but based on all the people who keep coming my way, I'm like, I'm going to talk about this today because it's breaking my heart. Like, people are spending good money on attorneys, and the attorneys are talking behind their back with the company. I got this one client. His attorney is so damn dumb. He forwarded him the email correspondence that he was talking to the job without my client even in the email chain, talking about, oh, how can we mediate? What can we settle? My client was like, I didn't talk about no settlement. Why are you even bringing this up? And why are you negotiating on my behalf when I'm not in the room and you haven't brought it to me first? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they do crazy stuff. They do crazy stuff. So that's just what I'm saying, right? Just because you got an attorney doesn't mean that it's a great attorney. And there's beautiful things in the law that affords you, as a person who's been aggrieved, harmed, discriminated against, retaliated against, whatever, it affords you the opportunity to be your own representative, meaning that you don't have to have a law degree to do what attorneys do to protect yourself in the court system. You don't have to do that. It's considered pro se, Prose, pro se. So you can literally go in and speak on your own behalf to be your own attorney. So you don't have to spend your life savings on an attorney, especially if they can't do their job. So like what Scott said, right? Attorney will still take your money when they know you don't have a good case. And that is just the unfortunate truth. Thank you for naming that, Scott. Thank you for naming that. They will 100% take your money. They will 100% tell you things that they think you want to hear. And they will 100% get you nothing in return. All my clients, I let them know, listen, nothing is guaranteed. But I'm going to tell you straight, if you got a case, what I see from my own vantage point. And if I don't think I can serve you, I recommend you find somebody else who can. I'm very freaking upfront because, again, I know what it feels like. I've been through this. I have been through this. I've been through this in my career professionally. I've been through this on a personal level. I know how this feels. And so I'm just like, listen, if I can help you, and trust me, I can help a lot of people. It's just kind of what I do. It's what I love to do. I don't do this because I have to do it. I am technically, I don't want to say retired, but I'm technically free to do whatever the hell I want to do. And this is what I choose to do because I love it. I love it. I love helping people to navigate these systems and these situations in the workforce because I know exactly how the hell you feeling. I know what you're dealing with. I know what you're working with. I know how the system can turn against you. I know how exhausting it is to document. I know how hard it is to know what email to send, why send it, who to talk to, when to speak up, when to not speak up, how to speak up, all that stuff. Like, I get it, I know it. And that's why I teach this. That's why you guys see from my videos, like, I teach this stuff. I teach it. This is not a paid gig, right? My payment for my services comes from my one-to-one clients because they know I'm going to get them results. It's like, if you know I can save your $100,000 job, you come in my way because you want to save your job. You want to save your career. You want to save your reputation, right? You want to save your name. You want to make sure that you can walk away and get to any other job and not have that one tethered to your back due to no fault of your own. That's why people come to me. And that's why they walk away from me happy. That's why they do that. So you can always, like, if you need a one-on-one because someone is asking, how can I get a one-on-one? All you need to go is to HR Armor, HR-Armor, ARMOR/links, LINKS. Simple, right? Then find what you need. Contact me that way. I give, like, even people who are not able to fully go forward with me are like, thank you for even talking to me. You have helped me more than the consultants I have thought I've had who were on my back. I speak to everybody because I think it's important for people to know. When you work with me, that's when you get stuff done. And people are like, why didn't I contact? I cannot tell you how many times I hear people tell me, why didn't I contact you before? I've been watching your videos for months. Everything that you've said has come to true. Everything that you've said has really panned out. And everything that you've said for me to do, I've done, and it's gotten better, but it was not enough because I wanted to speak to you. But instead, I got an attorney, and now I'm even worse of a space because I listened to my attorney instead of contacting you. But then when they contact me, it always turns around. All I can say is that, again, I do it because I love to do it. Because I love the facts, I love the cases, is what I do. So before I start answering questions, right? Because I got all these questions. I see you stressed out. Listen, you stressed out. Go to hr-armor.com/links. Click on strategic case architecture or rapid strategy session. Those are my 2 one-on-one portals. And we can about your background a lot, like your background as far as like my personal life. She was like, you just have business. I was like, you know what? Thank you for that love. Because I am. It's like, ooh, HR. But let me just let you guys know, like, I am a mom of 5. I have 5 babies, children, my babies. I am a mama bear by nature. I'm a wife of 23 years, okay? So I'm not just saying stuff and doing stuff to do it. I have a family life that I love, that I protect, that I care for. So when you are going through these situations, I'm not talking about it from the place of being like this single lady who's just been doing stuff, whatever. No, like I've dealt with this with a family, with growing kids, with a spouse. Like, I know what's going on. I know the burden that you carry going back to your house. Like, I know what you're dealing with. I know it is not easy, because it's not like, you know, you flip off a switch and all of a sudden you go home and everything's like, no, you flip the switch off because you tired of being at work, and you go home and you still tired, like, and then your kids like, let's do this. At least mine, they're like, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, right? And it's not fair to them, but that's life, right? It's life, because work can be draining, especially when you treat it wrong. And that's why we are here to change that. So you know that, one, you're not alone. I got clients who are like, I thought it was just me, but until I spoke with you directly, I didn't realize what I actually could do, how it can actually change my life. Not just change my life for this job, but to change my life for the future. So know that I got your back, okay? I got your back. Watch the videos, learn from them. Don't make any silly, dumb moves without speaking to me if you can afford to wait, all right? Invest in the time to speak with me if you can. And if you cannot, that's why the community is there. That's why I'm inside of the community, so that everybody can. I got people saying, I can't afford that. What you cannot afford to do is lose your job, so let's talk real. You can afford to get your nails and hair done. Tell me I know, okay? So if you can afford to do things in life without a job, then good for you. But if you need your job for your quality of life, then keep your job. And how to keep your job, especially if you're dealing with a situation and you don't know how to navigate it, then speak to me. Speak to other people in the community. Okay? Seriously. So that's my heart pre-Mother's Day gift to all of you, knowing that as a mama bear myself, outside of HR Armor, but I am definitely a mama bear, I got your back. You don't have to navigate this stuff alone. All right. So now I can answer questions. Because like I said, it is a hang out with Noël kind of day. It's been some time since we've spoken. I got so much love for you guys. I can't even believe how much love. I am just shocked how much love I got from all of you guys telling me, hey Noël, when are you gonna go live? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? I was like, oh my gosh, I appreciate that love. I do. I appreciate that love. I just been super focused on the clients. But I was like, you know what? I got to do some one-on-ones, but I also got to get back to the lives. I'm going to do the podcast. We got some fun things coming out, because everyone needs some support, and everyone needs to know that we're not alone, because it's not if it happens, it is when it happens, because every one of us will be discriminated against, retaliated against, inside of a hostile, toxic work environment, with triangulation, with coworkers stabbing in your back, with people saying one thing and doing the other, with your manager smiling, then the next day trying to write you up. We have all been in it. And if you haven't been in it now, trust and believe it's going to happen. It is not if, it is when. So here we go. Questions. Thank you for your knowledge and your service. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for even being here, because this was impromptu. And because I have not been able to, I have not done lives in so long, I didn't know how to really schedule them. So on my For You page, when I decided to take a quick break from my rebuttal. See, I love that the universe has a way of putting the right people in front of you at the right time, at the right moment, to help you when you need it most. That's what I strongly believe in my heart, especially when it's done from the heart space, especially when someone know it, like someone got you. When you know it, you know it. And so that's probably why, listen, it came up for a reason. I got you. Reach out, hrarmor.com/links, and we will connect. I heart you back. I love that. And thank you for saying that. And it's good to take a break from your rebuttal too, right? I know, like for me, when I am working on stuff, even on my client cases, right? Because when I'm working on it, I take it all like my own. Probably not the best approach, most likely. I don't know yet. But that's what I do because it's so personal and it's so real and it's so like, how are they going to treat me that way? So it's good that you're taking a break. It's good that you're taking a breath. It's good that you remember that life still exists outside of the situation that you're dealing with. Even if it doesn't feel like that at the moment, there still is life happening. And it's hard to not think of anything else, especially when they treat you wrong, especially when you know something is not right, especially when you've been treated like, different from others. Like, I get it. I get you. I understand it. And just know you are, again, not alone, and there is a path through it. What I teach, even though I don't always say it so overtly, is I'm teaching you guys the pattern. I'm teaching you the map. It's like having a destination but not knowing how to get there. That's the situation in the workplace. You want to get through this, the drama, the situation, the issues. You want to get through it. You just don't know how. And that's what I show you. I show you the map. I show you the map and I help you. I stand with you. I walk with you. You stand on my shoulder so I can help you see through it. That's what I do. That's what I do. And that's what I love to do. Bring that energy. Thank you. I love that. All right. I love it. Okay. So medical accommodations. Okay, G, this is your question. Why do people with medical accommodations get put on a leave of absence even if after 5 months of accommodation, but within 48 hours, not validating approved accommodations through May? That is a very specific question. Tell me some more. Give me some more information so I can answer that with a little bit more knowledge. Please. Tell me a little bit more. I got, why do people with medical accommodations get put on a leave of absence? Tell me what kind of leave of absence people with accommodations are being put on. Are they asking for leave as an accommodation? Or are they being placed in a leave status because they cannot perform their duties because they are pending approval of accommodation? Tell me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more of the layout, a little bit more of the landscape, and I'll help you answer that. All right, here we go. Here's the question. Rich, HR interprets your contracts to make you sign a new one that strips you away from your entitlement. So what type of, hold on a sec. Rich, tell me more. What type of contract is HR making you sign that is stripping you away? Is it, I don't know, tell me, are you a contracted employee? Is it a temporary assignment? Give me more context. And what I do, your question is, what do you do? I support and I assist employees with any situation dealing in their workplace. So whether that is discrimination, retaliation, hostile work environment, toxic workplace, dealing with coworkers, dealing with bad bosses, bad leadership, being treated a different way, being a high performer, but not being promoted like everybody else around you, doing work that is more than other people, but not getting equal pay for that equal work, not getting a fair performance appraisal, not getting a fair performance review. Anything that deals with the workplace, that's really what I do. I am a strategic case architect. So I architect the case before you even need an attorney. And if you even still do need an attorney, I support you so that the attorney knows the strategic layout of the land and not just the law. For me, knowing the law is one thing, but knowing the pattern and knowing how to navigating in a way that makes sense, not just to you, but to other people who can potentially read that, such as an administrative judge, an investigator, any sort of third party person. I strategize and I architect. Tell me more about the reassignment nomelet. Tell me more about the reassignment while I'm getting a drink. Hey, I said hang out with Noël. I'm getting a drink. Tell me. I am celebrating my Mother's Day early. Like I said, I am a mom of 5. People are like, you don't tell your, like, we don't know about you, Noël. We just know about HR Armor and how you help. But I want to know more about you as a person. I was like, really? Okay. Why not? So I'm a mom of 5 and a wife of 1, 23 years married. And so I'm like, this is Mother's Day weekend. We don't celebrate Mother's Day one day. We celebrate it every day. And especially because it's this weekend, I am being pampered. Okay. Pamper. That's what I'm doing. So I was like, I'm going to do this. That's why I need you. Let's talk. Okay, Dolph, let's talk. Send me a message. Go to, again, hrarmor-com/links and let me help you navigate your situation. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Tell me about the office hours of HR Armor. Who is eligible and when they happen? All right, cool. Great question. Great question. Okay, so HR Armor is the defense intelligence system that I built, but it's not only defense intelligence, it is also a community. So I was like kind of moving between, do I do a school community, SKOOL, school community. Thank you for the happy Mother's Days. Do I do a school community or do I do something else? And I was like, you know what? I got to do my own thing because I had to register as a political activist, even though nothing I say is about politics at all. But I had to register as a political activist. And so I was like, if they're making me do all this stuff, I got to, maneuver and I got to be a little bit more flexible in the event they try to shut this down. Because knowledge is power. And because the more I tell people about this, the more the knowledge gets out and the more organizations are like, uh-oh, we got to stop her from talking. We got to silence her. That's what they've done to me my entire career, or at least they have tried, which is why they have failed. So HR Armor is the membership community and also where the defense intelligence engines live. So that's where I have built all these different engines. I got an engine for a PIP. So if you're on a PIP, you can load your PIP. You can redact, listen, be Mickey Mouse, be Donald Duck, be a cup on the wall. Like, really be who you want to be. It doesn't matter. Like, make up a name. It doesn't matter to me what your real name is, your real job. None of that matters at all. What matters is that you get the help that you need. So you can join, be whoever you want to be, put your information into the system or not. Or you could just have a conversation. You can have a conversation with each of the engines and be like, what the hell do I do? It's not like having a one-on-one with me, but it's better than stuff you get like off of ChatGPT. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you guys. Okay, don't let me forget to tell you about the member who used ChatGPT before she found me. Please don't let me forget, but let me finish telling you about HR Armor itself. But don't let me forget that. So important. So it has all the intelligence engines inside of HR Armor, so you can go there. You can speak to other people in the community who are navigating these same situations, dealing with angry managers, dealing with unfair treatment, doing all this stuff. So you can do that also inside of the community. And then my office hours are twice a week. I go into the community. I usually go in there more. Twice a week into the community, answer every single message personally. I navigate you and show you how to use every single engine. And then it's usually every other week we have a Zoom call. So we get on Zoom, we talk like this, you tell me your situation, and we go from there. So that's HR Armor. So again, how you get into HR Armor is hr-armor, armor.com/links. And you can find all that in my bio too, okay? So that's how you join HR Armor. That's my availability on there. Be stranded, you'll never be left alone. Now that I especially have a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit more bandwidth, and I'm trying to manage my own excitement with a little bit more ease, I'll be able to respond to you quickly. Make sense? Question, is that for premium members or basic members? No, so it's both. So I do have a session with everybody for HR Armor Core. And then I have another session with HR Armor Premier. We just had a session before this, so I'm going to be posting the core section, which is where I showed everyone how to use the engines. It's kind of like an onboarding. I don't like to use that word, but it's what it is. So it's like an onboarding kind of thing. So I did that before this, and I'll be posting that in the community. We did a training, was it last week or the week before, on triangulation. That was part 1. And people were like, damn, that's some good information. Yeah. How I train people is how I train executives. So even though I talk fast, I have all this excitement. Like, there's a lot of data, a lot of knowledge. Like, you get a lot of stuff from the trainings alone. That's in the core and the premier. And then after the core session, we have a premier session where I speak directly to people who are in premier. They tell me about their situations. I tell them exactly what they can do. It's kind of a little mini version of one-on-one, but the one-on-ones, I review all documents. I prepare the full response. You get like a full direct attention. Like, it's another league. It's another damn ball game for real. I set people up for success both ways, but one-on-one is more direct. All right. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for all the happy Mother's Day love. Hi, Susan. Lori. Hey, Lori. See, we got some HR Armor members on here right now. I love that you guys have shown up. So if there's a policy that defines certain job categories and certain job duties as being only subject to drug testing while others are subject to drug and alcohol tests, is one thing. That's one thing. Depends on what the policy says. That's first place you start. After that, you see based on what the policy says, how often are the same type of group of people being sent for drug testing or drug and alcohol testing versus the type or category of people who may not be sent at all? Is it a random test or is it a preference test? Can the supervisor tell employees based on how they look what to do? Or is it something random, like, everyone's name goes into a hat? Like I was I don't know what you call it was, but I was kind of a coordinator for a drug and alcohol person who worked underneath me. I was the chief of HR, and there was a section under me that did drug and alcohol testing as kind of a collateral duty. So what I had them do is put everybody in the same pool and randomize the selection. So you would know, and it would not be the person who was performing the test who selected it. It'd be like this random generated system. Everyone would be given a number. It wouldn't even be given a name. And how you got your number was randomized. It wasn't based on alphabetical order and anything like that. And then they pulled the number out of the system, and that's who got selected. And it was so specific that if the same selection happened on 2 consecutive times, then it means that the test was invalid and the pool had to be restarted again. So there was it was a way to make sure that no one went twice and that it was completely randomized if they did. So it depends on the policy. It depends on how the test is slated, who is picked on the test, how the person is known that they have to take the test, how much notice is given before they have to actually take the exam itself, what the policy says about the type of positions, the frequency, if there's anything that is outside of the policy that grants the manager that capacity to be able to fully answer that. And then once we answer that, then to pull back and see, okay, out of all of that, let's see what else is true. Based on the policy, maybe it's okay for them to direct you to take a drug and alcohol test, but based on the policy, is it only applying to a certain protected classes based on management's preference and not something that's randomized to begin with? Like we have to dig a little bit deeper before we can say, is it discriminatory or is not? Maybe it's no issue. I don't know. But maybe it is discrimination. I don't know that either. So we would need a little bit more information to know that. All right. I hope that helped your question. Linda, you need my help. Okay, you guys have the website. Remember, the website is in my bio. I hope. It's the only link I have. hrr-armor.com/links. LINKS. Okay? Will you review a position statement? Yes. I will review. Thank you, Linda, for the Happy Mother's Day. I will review position statements. I will review PDs. I'll review investigation results, termination letters, accommodation. I get so many accommodation stuff. Accommodations, like anything at all about anything dealing with the workplace, I 100% will help you navigate that and look at it. So you guys know how to contact me. This is a beautiful live. I thank you guys for showing, especially since I didn't know how the hell to schedule it. So thank you guys for this. I'm going to hop on to one more platform before I close out the night. So if you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, that's where we go on next. But for YouTube platforms, I will see you guys next time. And to all the moms out there, Happy Mother's Day to you as well. And we'll talk soon.